Amber, it's great speaking with you. Thank you so much for making time for me because I know you and your crew are extremely busy because one of the most prestigious events as we speak is coming up very, very soon. And when I say prestigious, I think it is because I think it's one of the most important awards to be given out, especially because how it's done, who conducts it, and what it means to the artists who receive this honor. For folks who don't know what we're talking about, what is the event called and what is it about, please?
Really. So it's called Polaris Music Prize. We are an annual award that is given out to a Canadian album of distinction, not based off of popularity or genre of music.
It really is about the artistry of the music and the creation of it. How does this all work? Because we were just talking before we began, um, judges and things like that, and I was just like, I would be afraid to be one of the judges. How does it all work?
Absolutely. So we have about 200 jury members that talk all year long. We have this like back channel that we call the Polariverse, and they discuss music. And I mean, I think that's one of the things that we don't celebrate enough is the fact that this is really happening all year, that there's music being
Yes.
shared, albums being shared and talked about and discussed. And a lot of that is celebrated in various ways, not even talked about in terms of our 40 nominees and our 10 nominees and our winner. So basically, the jury discuss and then they vote, and that becomes our long list. They vote it all down to a 40 long list, and then it gets voted again to our 10 shortlist nominees. And then we have a grand jury, which are 11 of those jury members coming together to make that final decision. And it's exactly like you said, it's definitely an intense process. You know, I've heard there's been 1 or 2 years where it's been smooth, but other than that, it's high emotions and it's a big decision. It can really change someone's life, and when you have that power, you want to take it seriously. So we appreciate it.
Well, look, I just want to make sure people know I take it seriously too because I've got my move it up there. I got my Polaris T-shirt. You know, you can always get it from you guys. It's great to wear and it's a great fit too. When you talk about that, the 11 judges are choosing, like literally as this show is going on, we're going to talk a little bit about the show. They're still judging, so we really don't know till almost literally till before the show's over with.
Yeah, even they don't know. One of the things is they actually just submit their votes, and when our ombudsman actually collects everything and knows who the winner is, it's only him that knows. And then I get handed an envelope. I maybe tick off the cameras about 5 seconds before, and that's it. So it really is unknown to us until the moment of we are all finding out all together. And I think you can feel that in the room. You know, it's a tight call every year. I have no idea who's going to win this year before you ask me.
No, and I feel it also. Let's talk about the award show. It's Invite, and it happens in Toronto at the Carlu. But what do we actually get a chance to see? Because there's some very cool things that happen during this time before we actually find out who the winner is.
Yeah, so we've actually switched things up a lot this year, and one of the things being that it's invite only. So they've had some general admission tickets available in previous years, but it's never been talked about in a big way. And that's one of the things we really wanted to change is that we want the general public there. We want the fans there. We want to celebrate together. And so we're still a gala, we're still calling it a gala, but we actually have taken away the gala tables. And we have, by doing that, doubled our capacity in the space. It's allowed us to invite back the last 2 years of nominees who didn't get their moment to be in the room together and celebrate and talk. And that was, that was a decision that we made, and that's what led us to really change our entire programming. We have an opening reception that is for our partners and industry and sponsors to come together. It's an hour and a half before. But from that moment on, the doors open to that concert hall, and all of our GA and all of our opening reception folks are going to come into the room together and have this same experience from that moment on. They're going to celebrate together, they're going to find out together, and they're going to after party together. So that's definitely our intentions this year.
What? How does it work? What do the winners get? I know there are runner-ups and then there are winners.
Yeah,
Or
so
winners, sorry, not winners, winners. Yeah.
I would love to hand out big checks to everybody, but we do in some ways. Thanks to the Slate Family Foundation, the winner receives the $50,000, all of our runners up, they all received $3,000, which is still incredible. And then we also have a relationship with Play MPE, and they do prize packs for them, and it includes a number of different things to also support them as well. Outside of the numerical assets that come along with winning, there's a huge unknown level of like marketing and interviews like yourself, like people that are really repping for these artists that actually like put them at the forefront, have these conversations. I've seen a number of articles that have come out on a number of the artists that are nominated, and that's really the unknown number of value of being part of Polaris.
And let's talk about this because Polaris really is an open door to other people getting to know who these artists are. Because yes, sometimes it's a mix of very known artists to some artists whose name isn't in the public, but this helps. And one of the biggest examples is Havaya Mighty, who, as we speak, just recently just been announced that she's up for a BET Music Award. You know, like this is really a door opener and a game changer for a lot of these young artists.
Absolutely. Yeah, Havaya is one of the major examples of that. And she's just been so amazing at being like an ambassador for Polaris through and through, and really like repping for us and celebrating that fact. And we're so grateful for her to share her story. I believe Cadence today also put out an incredible blog post about his experience over the last year. And I was told to, when I'm feeling stressed out at the end of today or the end of this weekend, or at any point where I start to lose it, to read that, and it's gonna put me back on the right track. So I mean, absolutely, it's a game changer. We don't know, we don't even understand how much of a game changer, and that's one of the things that we want to correct over the next year. We want to take a step back and understand from Owen Palette to Cadence, what's the 1 year turnaround in impact and what's the 17-year impact, and then get a sense of what that is, and then see how we can maximize it for folks in the future. So that's a strategic plan over the next few months, because we need to understand these things, and we want to do more, and we want to expand our reach and for artists as well.
And it's something else I want to point out too, and how important this prize money is because for some of these young artists, um, they don't have funding to record. And in fact, and please, I'd love for you to expand on this. And I cannot remember her name. There was an Inuit artist who had won, and I may be wrong when I say that, but in the background. But when she had won, she actually said that she's using the money for her family and for the people around here to help feed them. And I thought it was such an incredible story. This is how important the money that you give to some of these artists who don't have sometimes anything except the clothes on their back and the music that they give to us.
Absolutely, and you're absolutely right. We think about it like it's all being funneled into their career. The reality is that they can do whatever they want with this money. It can do exactly like you just said. If maybe like the next day's recording studio is not the most important thing, it can go to their family. It can go to them living, getting a safe environment to be able to create in or just to live in. We do not need to justify what these artists do. They already did the work. They already made that struggle happen to make that album happen. And so hopefully this money, of course, we'd love to see it, help them blossom in musically. But that's not the reality for all of us. If somebody handed me a $50,000 check tomorrow, we all have debt and things that we need to do and family that we need to take care of, that for sure it's not going to go to just my career. Like, it's, we have to be realistic in this, and we're so grateful for that, and we're happy to do that. And it's such an honor.
Are you guys doing the artwork again, the album art? Okay, talk about this because this is very cool.
Yeah, it's again one of those like sort of not celebrated things for Polaris. Since Steve Jordan founded the organization, he came up with this great idea of doing gig posters for the 10 nominees and our 2 Heritage Prize winners. And they are beautiful. They're all done by Canadian illustrators. They're all hand screen printed by local screen printers, and they're all of Canadian artists. And when I started, I like, found the massive stack that we have, and I was like flipping through them, being like, what are these? And we decided to take over Underscore Projects. It's this beautiful gallery right at Dundas and Dufferin. And so for the month, they're on display now. Until the end of September, you can go and see them all. All of them are there. Then this year's nominees are on the main floor, so you can see all the ones for our 10. And then upstairs are a selection of the 200 that we have available,
Wow.
and 130 of them are for sale. They're $50. Like they're sold at cost. Polaris doesn't make revenue off of them. The whole point was like a thank you gift, and it's really turned into something more. So if folks get a chance, we also have like a listening zone where you can check out this year's albums. And it's a beautiful just gallery or a great shopping opportunity.
I was just saying, can folks still pick up these shirts?
Those shirts, I gave away the final ones at the launch event. So everyone who bought,
Oh!
yeah, we gave out for anyone who bought one, we gave them a prize pack, and it was amazing. And those shirts were a hot commodity.
Okay, so I've got mine.
Oh yeah.
So glad I got it. Okay, so for folks who can't make it down, will it be online or anywhere where folks can watch?
Absolutely. So we're lucky to have CBC presenting the event again, and they'll be able to look online. You can go to their website or ours for the click-through link. But please do watch. It's going to be an unbelievable show. We couldn't be more excited. It's going to be a long show just because of how
Oh,
unbelievable
yeah.
it can be. But we're doing our best, and I really encourage everyone to take the time to watch.
Yeah, because that's one thing we didn't mention. Those artists get to perform, right? Is it 2 songs?
Yeah, they get it's between 7 to 9 minutes. They can do whatever they want. So we have everyone joining us this year from our nominee list, except for Destroyer, who couldn't make it, so we sent a sub-in band, which are going to be great. And then we also have Cadence joining us to kick off the night. So we have 11 performances for the first time, which is just great, but it does add to our long show. So yeah, definitely watch.
Yeah, but it's a fun show. Okay, so what time? And again, for folks who want to watch, where do they go?
So they can go to cbc.com, and it's from 8 o'clock until 11:30, depending on how those changeovers
I
are.
like the way you said that because I know it can be longer.
But yes, it will. But definitely check it out or come out. Tickets are still on sale. Again, the GA tickets are open, so if there's $60 to come and see all these artists perform.
And it is a magical night every year because whoever wins definitely has the wow factor. Thank you so much for the interview. Congratulations on this. Looking forward to it. Sounds like it's so much fun. And I'm glad I had my shirt. Thanks again.
Thank you so much. See you soon.